So I wrote a blog the other day about how crafting was good for our mental well-being. Just picking threads off as I go. Somebody commented about the fact that we have an online community that builds up around our crafting, and that helps us to form friendships throughout the world, and that is so true. I've met some really lovely people over the years through the blog, and obviously the website page. Some of them across in America and Australia, different places in between, and some are in this country. So some of them you get to meet, some of them you don't. But you get quite close to these people, and sometimes when they're going through difficult times, you want to do something for you. It's all right being at the end of a message so that they can speak to you, but sometimes you would love to be able to give them a hug, and because of the distance you can't. So my solution for that is quilts. They call them quilty hugs because even though you're not there, you can send it and they can wrap themselves up in sort of the love and the sort of care and consideration that you have for them. It doesn't solve their problems, but it just helps them to realise that you're thinking of them and you appreciate their friendship as well. So this is one that I wanted to make. It's been the best part of a year in the planning and the making, and it's finally finished to go on its way. I wanted it to be something that they liked. I wanted to use colours that they were happy with, without sort of making it obvious what I was doing. So because they're interested in fabric too, they tagged me in a post with a new line of fabric, which was very nice. So I just said, what colour would you choose if you were buying some? And the answer came back was the green. So I got myself a pack of the green, and it was these fabrics here. So that was the fabric sorted out, but then I needed to know what style to do, what block they enjoyed. So I put a post on my page, and I think in one of the groups that I have, and they very kindly commented and told me log cabins. So I ended up with a log cabin block. So I've gone for a traditional one. I've added red for the fire and the hearth, and I've done some traditional blocks. But that one pack of fabric didn't go very far, and while I was on retreat last year, I was talking to one of the quilters there, and she suggested adding in another colour and doing partial blocks, adding a contemporary twist to it. So just showing how as you get further away from the heart of the fire that you get just the embers, and I thought that was a lovely representation. So that's what I've done until I got a good size quilt. For the backing, I found this gorgeous black with orange and red. It also has green in it as well, so that covers and brings into the front as well, just like you were seeing fire through a grill. So I thought that would carry on that theme of fire. And I've just done random large and small pebbles to represent the coals as well, where you get different sizes of coals in a fire. So it's all over, and it's made the quilt nice and crinkly. So I'm hoping that will go down nicely. I've also done a label. This label I marked it out on fabric first, and I've hand stitched it. I've enclosed it on all sides, so it is like a proper label, backed as well, and I've just attached it with these buttons. I'm sure that since it's going to a crafty lady, that she'll appreciate buttons as well. I've got loads of them, so it was lovely to be able to use some of those there. So I've got the name of the quilt, which I've decided to call Home Fires, and with the date, and that will go and send off to her. And it goes with lots of love, and I hope that she'll enjoy it to give some quilty hugs as and when she needs it, but of course I'll always be at the end of a message. So for me personally, and I know it's the same for a lot of other people, quilts aren't just about the fabric. It's not just about the process of stitching and putting them together. Each of those stitches, each of those pieces of fabric that goes into it is stitching in love and care. And that's when I'm doing quilts for other people, that's what I hope will go into their quilts too.